Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 5 to 9 on Monday night. I'm down in the land of the rebels in County Cork in the Blarney Castle Hotel. For a while, I was on the road this morning early. Left at about 7:15. Got to the Castle Hotel at 5 to 9, and a text message from the passengers. We're in the lobby. It's a good job I was on time, because last week I was a half an hour late because traffic was brutal. So a man, woman, and a son in he's in his last year of college, whatever age is that, 18 or 19, would it be? They're from Peoria, Illinois. They flew out of Dallas. First time in Ireland. Very little Irish connections. He's no Irish whatsoever, and the wife. Actually, he's 50 today, and they're 27 years married today. They asked me to join them for dinner, but I told them have a nice time themselves. That I might drop down for a pint later. I actually slept for half an hour, 3/4 when I came in. I was awful tired. There a lot of driving. We were going to pull for grub on the way down, but we didn't bother. I said rather than waiting for lunch somewhere at 12:30, we headed straight for Cove, and just the streets are desperate narrow altogether. For any that wasn't ever in Cove, I don't think I was ever in Cove before, but bit of bother to try and get parking, but I found a spot anyway, and I was looking for a parking meter, one not to be found anywhere. So there was a fellow above in a ladder painting, and I says, where would I get a parking meter? He says, don't bother with a parking ticket today, your man took the day off. So I says, fair enough, and the word spread into 4 or 5 other cars who was looking for the meter, and nobody got it. But we went down the town, and it was an outrageous steep hill right down to the bottom. We were up way at the top, way above the church. Church is in an awful perch altogether, and we're down to the bottom. We were there at the Titanic thing, a bit over further. We're looking. They said they'd eat first, so looking for a place to eat, and a nice spot, the parking meter man. And I says, I better go back. So I went back anyway, and halfway up I found a meter, put in €1, and it was at 20 to 1 at the time, and 11.12 came up on the thing, and I said to myself, is this a carry joke or what? So put in another 50 cents, pressed the button, got the ticket out, just still showing 11.12. So I'm up anyway, and put it on the dash, went back down, and I spotted your man, and I told him the story. So he asked me what I was driving, I told him, so I told him where I was parked. I was actually right across from a blue bookie. I didn't go into it either. I was in no bookie shop today. So I told him my story, and he said that it was okay. But he said your first hour is free, and then it's an hour, €1 an hour after. How was I to know the first hour was free? There's no sign up to say that at all. But we had grub then, and I wanted the lasagna, and the garlic bread was with it, and it told her, I said, I don't want garlic bread, can I get chips with it? She said, no, it comes with garlic bread. And I said, have you chips? She said, we have chips. And I said, can I have chips? She said, well, it'll have to be a side order. And I said, but I don't want the garlic bread. A straight swap. No. So anyway, I think it was $4.50 for the chips. But your man paid for all anyway, but he was a bit unhappy about having to pay. So he says to me, you should ask for the garlic bread. So I asked for the garlic bread, and we got it. And it was grand. But there was 4 slices of it, and we had a slice apiece. But he wasn't too impressed with not having a straight swap. It was expensive enough too. It was in the hotel at the down the town. So we went the Titanic. Then we took photographs there, and photographs then in that cathedral. They were very impressed with that. Then I brought them to Fort Island. The wildlife park. Where do we go then? We went to the Jameson place in Middleton, and had 4 shots of Jameson a piece. And back here then we had the dinner. No, we had the dinner first, or what I mean, they were going eating. We went somewhere else as well. I can't remember. Anyway, we're on the road early tomorrow. Someone said to go to Kinsale, so we're going to Kinsale, and we have to look at the castle up the street, and there's some other couple of things I've lined up for them. So They're grand people altogether, I must say. Um, we were in the Jimison place at 4:20, so I told them, I said, but you should have a drink there. I wanted to see the race at 4:30, so I seen that race on the phone. Very snug winner. He was 3-1 last night. He went off 5-4, I think. I didn't think the result was ever going to be in doubt the way he was positioned. And strong money for that yard is always well worth looking for. And then the next race, I knew last night that horse was well handicapped, but I thought the other one might be just classier. And I done a reverse forecast and it was first and third. But I put up Lizzie's filly today because I'd watched that come second in Roscommon last year, and when they were going for Colin Keane, I knew there was that the handbrake could be on or off today, and so it proved. So it's grand to get a Monday with a couple of winners and a few pounds, so it gives us a bit of momentum for the week. But there's very poor fare tomorrow. There's better stuff on Wednesday, I think. We might have one lined up for Wednesday. Tomorrow, I only have one. There was a couple, but I didn't want to force anything. Now, I'm not saying this is a dead cert either, but there's a mile 4 handicap in Newbury. If there's a mile 6, I'd be sweeter on it. But I think with the ground in its favour, it should suit Vaynor. Charlie Hills for free to hay. Kieran Schumacher in the saddle. Won a couple of races last year at a mile 6 and a mile and a half on the Goo. But to second at a mile 6, it has a lot of good runs at mile 6, but it did win a Newmarket last year off 67, but it's up at 83 now. But it did run well enough the last day in a decent enough race, like at Goodwood. This is him here, isn't it? What's wrong with this tonight?
Long hold, maybe one of them get back passing the 6 and Bucks. Juan Bermudez, State of Bliss,
third last there.
Ground, then Military two-step from Vaynor.
Third from the left, with the free to hay colour.
Back of the field as they race on now, passing the 3 furlong marker. Wilderness tackled by Crescent Lake. In behind them, Ravens Ark and Songo in that big noseband. Military two-step, the grey tries to run on down the outside. Buxted, real Vaynor from the back. Still Wilderness. It's Wilderness from Crescent Lake, followed by Ravens Ark, who begins to stay on under pressure. Crescent Lake finally masters Wilderness as they run down to the final furlong. Crescent Lake from Wilderness, Ravens Ark in third, then Vaynor and Songo, Military two-step. Crescent Lake out in front here. Crescent Lake, he's won here before and he will win again. Crescent Lake by a length and a half, all tight second. Vaynor staying on the far side.
He was staying on a bit. As I said, I'd be more sweet on him if it was a mile 6. There's a 3-year-old in it there, but 4-year-olds have won this the last few years. Carrying a good weight. Latin verse, they're always a danger. I'd think he was more of a danger than Splendent, because Splendent is out of fast company and he won't win on Good to Ferrum. I'm thinking his best form, he actually won there in Windsor, wasn't it, when it was soft? Oh.